That's it. Let's get this story out, man. Let's tell the people what the government isn't. This is a holy mountain. Well, every time Moses went to go talk to God, he was always on top of a mountain. Was it a UFO that Moses was talking to? Could be. We have Ezekiel in the wheel. In the 20th century, in today's world, when we read this, to me it's saying a UFO came out of the sky. It had circles with eyes, seemed to go around. 4 living creatures came out of this thing, prophesies to Ezekiel on what to look for at the end of days. Clearly, that's a UFO to me.
Found it?
That's it, man. If you look real closely there, there's a guy. We have his head here. We've got his body. Have his broad shoulders here. His arms coming down this way.
With those,
and his legs.
And he's in the barbell.
Yes, he's in this barbell formation here. What this petroglyph is telling me is these barbells that I'm filming in the sky might have had people inside of them or picked them up.
In Phoenix, barbells make the evening news.
It's a barbell-shaped disc, appearing, he says, half a dozen times, as recently as the end of last month, in the same place, same time, in the southwestern sky.
Jeff believes there is an obvious connection.
And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see, to videotape these things, and then to go off on the rock and see the same formation. Here it shows what possibly might be the lights and the Hohokam people there interacting. And look what's above them.
In this clip, Jeff shows us a cylinder hovering motionless over the city. What it is exactly, I leave for you to decide.
Something they saw in the sky. It's above their heads.
In this next clip, we see another very strange object. It climbs in altitude and then appears to separate into 3 distinct parts. After some 15 minutes, it changes direction and slowly descends down the back side of the mountain. While balloons offer a possible explanation, we can't say for sure until we get a clear shot. Jeff leans towards another explanation.
These things have been here before. The Indians have recorded it there on the mountain. I believe that it's for this generation. And we'll just have to see what happens next. We come to realize that these things have always been here. They've never left. Clearly we're dealing with some kind of technology that we have no understanding about.
Looking at this next clip, the balloon explanation is again very tempting. I present the footage nonetheless in the spirit of true investigation. What I find interesting about this clip is that if they are balloons, they seem to hold a tight triangular pattern and never seem to bump into each other and touch like balloons usually do. What would you say is the reason other people don't see these things?
They're not paying attention, for one. They're not open to the fact. They're all busy with their daily routines. They're all doing different stuff, you know, family, you know, work, school, whatever it is. Everybody's too wrapped up into their daily life to actually open up their eyes and see what's going on here.
Is there on this planet another presence living among us for thousands of years?
That's the story I'm getting all over this mountain here. There's 1,000 years of history that has been lost in history, that either purposely has been erased or just people have just forgotten.
What you choose to believe about Jeff Woolwine and his petroglyph theories is entirely up to you. And whether he's a madman or a genius, I guess no one can say. What we can say is that ancient art is riddled with images of strange beings, wheels of fire, and flying shields in the sky. What it all means, of course, depends on your version of reality, and will probably remain unanswered until we reach some final conclusion about the UFO phenomenon.
You could.
Well, Carter,
And
that's
so did Clinton.
That's an interesting story on Carter, because when he was, you know, campaigning, he was saying, well, we're going to open up the books on this UFO phenomenon. But then when he got elected, he blew off the story. He said that he had no comment at the time. I can't remember, but he blew off the story, and he didn't let us know anything about it.
I don't think that was his decision to make, though. You know,
Right.
there are people.
Some scientists suggest this could be a plane, a weather balloon, or a reflection from the space station.